Hello, family. I'm gonna try to hold this as steady as I can. Dang it. So, hello. Today is September 1st. We are finally entering September, and I don't know about you guys, but August dragged me by the wig. You know what I mean? Like, so bad you look at your alopecia area and you like, man, I ain't seen you for years. Are you coming back? That's how stressed, August had most of us as a collective. But something on my mind tonight, right now we are in the eclipse portal. And I should have looked this up, but I know it's between September 7th and 8th that we will have an eclipse in Pisces, I believe. So I say all this to say right now, the focus is kind of on relationships with others, whether it be romantic, friendship, work. Really, it's supposed to be related to yourself. And some things that's been coming up for me tonight is being conflicted. Sometimes your head is in one place and your heart is in another. For instance, one thing that I'm realizing is sometimes you meet people and you have endured traumas, but so have they. So as you meet them, their heart might be stained from their traumas. So what do you do as a person, who's pure-hearted? Firstly, let me finish this. What do you do as a person who's pure-hearted and you want to give love, but you're around somebody, for instance, who isn't in that place? You know what I mean? Ideally, as a collective, we can go through traumas, within love, whether that's being cheated on, whether that's you pouring your resources, your energy, your time into someone because you saw their potential, but the reality and their present presence is not adding up, and you see that they're not willing to do anything about it. What do you do? Like for instance, I'm a big lover girl. So what I mean by that is I approach romantic relationships, really friendships, anything with a pure heart. I'm learning to guard that with boundaries because firstly, it's not a lot of people out there that can still do that after heartbreak. And understandably, it's not easy. You're putting yourself out there, which is why, number one, boundaries are extremely important to have when you are dating, when you have a friendship, when you are at work, whatever the case, with yourself, whatever the case may be. But just say, for instance, you have endured some trials and tribulations when it comes to relationships and you meet someone. I'm kind of in this situation, or have been in this situation previously, where I feel that let's just say my exes have called me a golden retriever. I have golden retriever energy. And if you don't know what that is, I wrote an article about it. You can check it out. I put the link below. But what that means is I just want to make my partner happy. I want to be there and hold space for them emotionally as they endure whatever. But I understand the importance of being an individual within the relationship. So as much as I'm a lover girl, I'm an independent girl. I like being independent because I feel being independent allows me to stay aligned to my purpose, aligned to my path. Yes, we are all individuals. Yes, we are individuals collectively living this experience. There is no me without you. There is no you without me. But at the same time, God has ordained us to have different paths. So my purpose in life may not be what your purpose in life is. And guess what? That's ideal. Why we all want to have the same purpose and the same goal out there, in a sense? Because all of us are needed for collective healing, and all of us bring a certain flair, a certain purpose, a certain gift, talent, that maybe other people don't. You got to realize you are special. And this is a side note, but it's not really a side note because I want y'all to notice the most joy and happiness you can have is when you are aligned with your purpose. Okay, not aligned with material success, not aligned with what society says you should be doing. Your soul will feel the most inner peace, and guess what? You will reap the most blessings when you are working in alignment with what God has called you to do, called you to be, or told you to go. You know, so for instance, God has been calling me to teach others for a while, and I have been doing that. I'm a teacher, y'all. I've been in SPED for 10 years. But teaching people about the things that are most vulnerable to me, such as going through addiction, struggling with growing up in a conservative household, a religious household, and feeling these feelings of wanting to be my authentic self. I'll just say that. And that encompasses a lot. When I have fought against that, I have felt the most empty. When I have fought against that and gone with what society has said I should be doing, I have felt the deepest void. You know, those depths don't end. But as I'm starting to align to my path and my purpose of teaching and sharing and boldly sharing my truth, no matter how uncomfortable it makes others, it's not for you. And maybe I'm here to irritate some spirits. Let's start there. Firstly, that takes a lot. That takes a lot of confidence from my standpoint, to be able to come and share my story, especially when I know I'm in a room of conservative people. That's not easy. That's not easy at all. So what I'm saying is, we all have our individual path, pace, people that are going to be in our lives, impact that we're meant to make. No path is less greater than another. So I can't look at somebody else's path or purpose and be like, oh no, mine's is greater. They need to do what I'm doing. Da, da, da. No. Getting back to relationship, the reason I say this is because I'm the type of partner to hold space for you where you at. You know what I mean? I'm not going to rush you per se. I'm not going to tell you shouldn't have done that, or you should be doing this, or I can't be with you because X, Y, and Z. No, I'm just going to quietly hold space for you while you are going through your trials and your tribulations. As you walking through the fire, I'm going to walk with you quietly, hold your hand. But also, that's where reciprocation comes in. I want the same thing. Not everyone has the heart to do that. Not everyone is capable of doing that. Even if they would like to, due to past hurts, past traumas, it's okay. But where my independence comes in is when, just say you have a partner who looks at you and says, and they maybe see your greatness, they see your potential, and they on your ass. You need to be doing this, you need to be doing that, you need to be doing that. And it's kind of like on their timeline, and you looking like, well, I don't rush you. You want to be independent within a partnership. So it's like, yeah, I'm along with you for the journey. I'm here for you, but at the same time, your journey is your journey. Who the heck am I to interfere with what God has planned for you? You know what I mean? So no matter how slow or fast I think you're moving, I'm gonna be a support for you. You know what I mean? What I'm saying is, we need to start. If we can't accept our partners where they're at, our friends where they're at, we need to leave them. And I'm Aries mentality as far as staying solid, riding for your partner. But at the same time, if I can only love them if they do X, Y, and Z, then I really don't love them. So we need to be more conscious of what we're asking of our partners, whether we're asking them to speed up their growth, whether we're asking them to do something different or follow the path we think they should follow. We are not God. Meaning, your partner has a path that was ordained for her or him before you met them, before they came on this earth. So who are you? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we can be a motivating force. The best motivation, again, is to encourage, to hold space, to hold a safe space. But to let your partner bump their head, make their mistakes, and to feel like they got your support, because I am even a teacher. I'm a teacher who likes to use positive supports, because it's so much easier. You can get the student to do so much more through encouragement and positive support. Y'all, it's not giving up control. It's not seeming weak. It's not making you come off a certain. No, man, you are empowering that person. And I've seen the way a student works when they're empowered versus when they're controlled. Yeah, you might get them to do something they don't want to do it. They don't want to do it for you. And as soon as your back is turned, they're not going to do it. How is that teaching? How is that really instilling the values and the integrity and the confidence that they need to follow their dreams, or, make mistakes or do better or be curious enough to try something different? Excuse me. We need to make sure we are cognizant of this, whether it's within parenting, teaching, within our relationships, romantic, friendships, whatever it may be. Look at the person that's in your life, the people that's in your life, and ask yourself, can you accept them where they're at? And can you encourage them and uplift them to do better? And I mean better as in what they want to do, what their spirit is calling them to do, not what you think. It might be some people in some six-figure jobs that want to leave it and pursue something else, but they scared because will their family accept them? Their family has never encouraged that. Their friends have never encouraged that. Their romantic partners have never encouraged that. Yeah, that's when we all are walking in our God-given purpose. How do you think the earth is going to be? How do you think we are going to be? Because for me, I've never felt so much joy than from when I'm walking in my purpose and acting accordingly. And my actions are aligned with my spirit in the spiritual path that I'm on. So, just some words for your thoughts tonight. I hope I was clear enough and had enough clarity. I'm supposed to be writing these episodes, y'all. I'm gonna get to it. But sometimes you have to speak from the heart. And tonight I just felt such a pull to share that, hey, y'all, being in a relationship doesn't mean that you control your partner's destiny, their path. No. Being in a relationship is you can look at that person where they are at, not the potential you see. I'm talking about where they are at right now. Accept them and uplift them, empower them. Some people don't want to be uplifted and empowered, and you got to know that, and you got to know when to put your energy elsewhere. Put it back into yourself, actually. But for the ones who got good partners who are trying to figure this shit out like the rest of us, please allow them and give them a safe space to explore those thoughts, those desires of their heart, those desires that are God-given. You know what I mean? For the ones who are on a path that it's not yours, it's not yours. You know deep down, you can feel it in your chest. You can feel it. You're not sleeping good at night because you are not acting in alignment with what Spirit says, with what God says. So you could be doing something great and still not being in alignment. You understand that, right? So y'all, we need to, as this portal is open, for this eclipse, take some time out daily, to dive into that a little bit. What is your heart telling you? Where is God telling you to go? Who do you need to be communicating with? Who do you need to help? How can you get out your comfort zone and get outside of yourself? It's not easy, but it's worth it. It's not simple, but it's easy. All of these things. So, yeah, you guys, as I'm on this journey with y'all, I just wanted to share that and hopefully encourage someone. Hopefully I'm able to offer someone some clarity with maybe some things they've been struggling with. But yeah, you guys, have a blessed evening. Have a blessed week ahead. And y'all be hearing from me this week.